He has. Listen. Hello, yes.
No, he's a good opponent to play against.
He's a good man.
He's a good,
very good man. Now there is an interesting thing to say about this match is that the two lists are working on two different rule sets, technically speaking. Actually, no, they are working on the same rule set.
Yes.
So, hello, Mr.
Hello.
Speaking of, yeah.
Not talking about me, are you?
Only slightly.
Only slightly.
All complimentary.
All good things.
That's all right. I have a plan.
Oh.
You have a plan?
Yes. Would you like to know the plan?
Sure, if you can give us privy information. Is that...
Because I can't slam bomb.
Because you can't slam bomb, yeah.
I'm going to try and use them to increase the size of the asteroid field.
Ah.
Because they have two big ships.
Ah.
We've got to try and get around. So if I can do that,
Block things off.
Block things off.
Excuse me.
The proximity mines thinking that they're going to do a huge amount of damage. They're not.
Yeah.
They're going to go as flyers.
More psychological.
More psychological warfare in this.
All right. Okay.
Interesting.
We'll inform the audience of that and make sure they're aware because we're about to tell them about how this all come about. But yeah.
Yes.
In which case, best of luck.
Good luck. Do you want your tankard? You are the defending champ.
Oh yeah, we've got to spit it and have a drink, haven't we?
There you go. There is the tankard.
My baby. Right.
There you
Thank you very
go.
much.
Good luck, sir. Right. So yes. So Darren's list is Dash Rendar with Lone Wolf, Heavy Laser Cannon, Ray, Outrider, Smuggling Compartments, and Burnout Slam.
The Burnout Slam is a very interesting addition, and that's kind of like Darren's kind of unique stamp on this list. I've not seen a lot of other dashes been flown with that Burnout Slam, but it really gives him some...
It lets him run away when he needs to.
Yeah, it gives him a massive... That, like, one turn of, I need to not be here. And there are times that is a huge thing for Dash.
Well, if you end up with a high point skill ace just sitting in your sort of range 1 bubble, which is his downfall.
Yeah, the bubble is going to be significant, I think.
It lets him run away from that just the once, but that might be enough.
Yeah, all it takes is once to get caught.
Or it allows you to close range very rapidly in an Alpha Strike list and mean that you're not taking the full force of their missiles or whatever.
Which could quite easily just wipe Dash off the board very, very quickly.
What was Wojtek calling Judge over?
When you shot using a cloaked ship.
Yeah, I actually then realised, hang on, I'm cloaked, I can't shoot.
Yeah.
So I was very quick to kind of pick up on that.
Yeah.
Because I looked at that and thought, hang on, I've got a cloak token, that means I can't shoot.
Yes.
Yep, roll that back. Yeah, so, but yeah. The Doni is the interesting one on this list because Doni is pre-FAQ Doni. So it is a Twin Laser Turret, Extra Munitions, Sabine Wren, Bomblet Generator, Advanced Slam, and Proximity Mines. The Advanced Slam being the critical thing in that list.
Yes, because obviously the recent FAQ has changed how that works, so that you can't advance slam into an action bomb.
Mm.
And Darren has very, very sportingly chosen not to try and change his list either. He is taking the FAQ on the chin.
Yeah, it did leave us with a very weird predicament where we had a situation where he was flying a list that was legal but didn't do what it originally did, thanks to PFAQ. And we were debating, should we allow him to change a few things on it, or should we say no, it has to stay? In the end, we were going to let him change. However,
he waived the right.
He waived the right. He wanted the challenge, which is perfectly reasonable. Kudos for him for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And David pulled his and your names out of the hat, Robin, I believe.
Yes.
And you deferred to him?
Well, I'm aware that David's had a lot of commentating or exams and things like that across events, so I thought it would just be nice for him to have an opportunity to do something a bit out of the ordinary.
Very nice.
Play the game.
Yeah.
Very good.
We all like that now and then.
Yes.
And I've got my games of X-Wing this evening, so I'm not feeling too bad about that.
Well, they're just in the setup stage here, and I'm preparing the overlay as fast as I can, so it doesn't impact too much on how things progress. We'll have to manually time it. That's fine. I'm sure we can make do.
2 wins with the Dormit's hyperspace com scanner list so far this evening. So,
yes, just throwing your...
Have you been talking about that at all tonight? Because if not, you may want to inform the audience.
Oh, right, yes.
No, we haven't mentioned it.
I've been experimenting with the Upsilon Shuttle as it's my least flown ship, or was until this evening. And And I'd been eyeing up Lieutenant Dormits for a while.
Yep.
Like the ability to like alter your deployment is only a once per game thing, so the value is potentially a little bit questionable. But it creates an entirely different setup scenario to what any other list can create. Particularly when you're flying Dormits with Hyperwave Comm Scanner alongside 2SFs, Quick Draw and Backdraft with Hyperwave Comm Scanner.
So everything's setting up at Pilot Skill 12.
Your signature list, I'd say.
Everything's setting up at Pilot Skill 12, and the 2SFs are setting up at range 2 of Dormits as well.
Who is as far forward as he's allowed to be, presumably.
Yeah.
I mean, it does change. It completely changes sort of the opening exchange, which is which in a lot of games is what decides it.
Well, effectively you're changing your opening deployment from being in your deployment zone to having gone slightly faster than a 5 forward.
Yeah.
Before you start the game, which means that it is very, very difficult for your opponent to avoid an opening exchange of fire.
What it also does, I suppose, if you're coming up against cruise missiles, it completely ruins those.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to avoid you forcing the range 1 right from the word go.
I think if I was like flying a cruise missile list against someone pulling that trick, I would just slow roll forwards, get my target locks, and then try and K-turn in behind them the following turn and do that.
Do it that way.
But the interesting thing is because you've got that very rapid forward movement of the 2SFs, you then have the opportunity for Backdraft to peel off and start using the rear arc, Quick Draw to sloop round, and then Dormits to move into position for you to create this large kill box that is just filled with red dice.
Yeah.
I see. I really like that. I also like, from a thematic player, that it is thematic. It is first order ships only.
Everything first order,
Which, I'm sure that it kind of just happy accident because, Upsilon you want to fly your least flown ship, and the two series ships that you are known for is Backdraft and Quick Draw. So it may,
They are my go-to.
Yes, that's not a bad thing. We all have our go-to ships that we feel safe and comfortable with, that we all go to now and then, just to see, can I make this work again, or is it still viable, etc., etc.
Yeah, you know what you're doing with it, and you enjoy flying them. It's
also our first time on since the FAQ. Did you discuss that during the game?
I mean, the FAQ didn't actually affect anything in that list, so but I just, it didn't come up a huge amount.
We haven't really discussed it, and I think it's worth mentioning.
Some very nicely painted ships on the board.
Very.
Sorry to cut across.
No.
I was struck by
that is really nice to look at those two.
A very good thing here. They're both flying the Outrider. We can tell them apart.
Yeah?
Yes.
Lovely.
What's nice also is that...
Well done, gents.
Very good.
I'm probably not going to bother actually numbering them because you can clearly tell which ones are Darren ships.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm actually thinking, let's forgo the numbers tonight. But no, what do we all think of the changes?
I have to be honest, I wasn't expecting quite a lot of what... the degree to which certain things were hit. I was expecting that they were going to, at least for the time being, leave harpoon missiles as the bigs hit. At least see how. At least I was expecting to see how that affected things just on its own before doing what they did.
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably one of the few camps who is actually not too bothered about the big stuff because I think it actually adds a psychological element to bigs now.
Yeah, I think he's still viable in certain situations, and
I mean, objectively he's worse because his ability is worse, but the way you can apply it is different.
Yes, he's potentially more.
The big thing is
it makes him potentially more interesting.
There's an element of choice in there now, which there never was previously with bigs.
Yeah,
and specifically that means it's not just something that sits there and takes away your opponent's agency in the game. It's something where you have agency about when you want to employ this ability.
Absolutely,
and I think that creates a much more interesting situation.
Yeah. I do think it's an entirely reasonable thing to have done, and it doesn't make him completely useless.
No.
He's still got...
Ready to...
You make amends.
Thank you.
Yeah, it doesn't make him completely worthless. He can do... more or less what I think he was intended to do, which is allow your ships to survive the opening exchange of fire.
Yeah.
And I think Elliot was saying earlier, that it lets them reverse the previous decision about where he works in terms of timing of choosing secondary weapons.
If they decide to do that. I mean, they may not.
They might not, but it's a thing that they could now do.
So I'm kind of pro the secondary weapons thing staying in place.
Okay.
Specifically because it gives your opponent, again, a little bit of agency to interact with bigs, rather than just being something that completely denies their choice for a turn of the game.
Okay.
But it also potentially means that they can ordnance into something, not kill it, and then you can bigs the next turn and force them to split that fire and divide their damage up. It means you have to be really confident and certain that when you are shooting missiles at something, it's going to go down. Because if it doesn't, then you are basically giving your opponent a free turn of
with bigs.
Yeah.
And that's
if what you're doing is shooting into a ship with let's say you're shooting into Miranda, or you're shooting something with R2D2 or something like that, as soon as they start regenning, you're losing value from that alpha strike.
Yeah, absolutely. So that does, I think, make things...
Asteroid's going down very quick here on the board. It seems they know where they're going.
Want to do with
them.
So diagonal lines straight across the centre of the board. That's not a huge surprise from my perspective. Darren's going to be very keen to have a central clustered area of asteroids.
Yes, he is.
It plays to Dash's advantage, and it means that Miranda can move between them and lay some mines as well to make things even more
It's no surprise that he's got the one right there in the middle to act as like a wheel on a spoke to then start blocking off avenues, because that's his plan with the mines. Now that he can't just drop them on someone,
is to create a more hazardous obstacle course for
which again is more
David.
He said himself, it's more psychological. Whether it'll actually work, we'll see, because David is known to pull out some weird maneuvers now.
Yes, because his ships can quite easily tank a couple of bombs. No problem, realistically speaking.
Exactly, because they're large ships.
They're big ships. They have a lot of hit points to chew through.
We've got two pretty hardy lists here, but David is definitely flying the hardier one, just in terms of sort of raw hit points. And then Kanan's ability to be able to potentially downgrade things.
I'm concerned about Lebo, because he wants to be forcing bumps, but I don't think with Dash on the board, maybe with Miranda, but I don't think Dash is going to make that easy for him.
No, agreed.
True.
And Darren's very much playing into his manoeuvrability advantage with the obstacle placement here.
Speaking of, let's quickly go over David's list, because David's flying something very different. He's got Kanan with reinforced deflectors, dorsal turret, chopper, recon specialist, and Lebo is outfitted very similar to Dash with lone wolf, heavy laser cannon, ray, outrider, and anti-pursuit lasers. So definitely wanting to force a bump, which he does have the advantage there, because both of Darren's ships are higher pilot skill. He knows where they are, where he can possibly force a bump.
And this is a combination of pilots that David flies a lot.
Oh, he's very experienced.
This is something that he knows very, very well.
And don't discount Kanan's ability just to take away dice. That can really affect the heavy laser cannon if it's range 2.
It can severely affect the heavy laser cannon. What I'm thinking is how much it's going to affect Miranda's ability to regen while still pushing damage through.
That is true.
If she's taking off, if her regen shot is one die. That's
and with the initiative, David can choose the order of that. So he could argue that if Darren wants to spend a shield, he has to spend that first.
So I'm slightly concerned about the deployment from David here, just because while I see what he's going for with that large central column to race the ghost through,
I think he's just off a little bit.
I think he's just fine, because he's probably eyeballed it. But
I think he's possibly all right in terms of the manoeuvrability there, but it's not giving him any option to turn.
No.
And Dash is going to try and get into the side of that ghost and hammer down as quickly as he can.
Having played against this list of David's before, this is the kind of opening he tends to do. He does tend to push Kanan down this avenue
maybe
with Lebo flanking.
Maybe a 3 or 4 forward and try and sieve it into the asteroid around here. The two together at the top there. Possibly. It is going to mess David up. I also think it's telegraphing to Darren what David's plan is, which makes it easy to know, I'm going to drop bombs here. And in fact, there's Miranda now setting up, so she knows where she's going to start possibly dropping bombs.
It might be worth David racing forwards as quickly as he can with the ghost, get it into the mix as much as possible, and try and pincer Miranda between the Ghost and Lebo.
Yeah.
And if you can hammer some damage into Miranda early, that's going to force Darren to be a little bit more conservative.
Just broadside her off the board if possible.
Yeah.
If
you can.
I am wondering if Kanan's ability might be a little bit anti-synergistic with the reinforced deflectors. Because the reinforced deflectors require you to take three
hits. That is concerned as well. There's the clink of glasses and
I mean, the thing is, the reinforced deflectors are also going to be completely useless against Miranda.
Yeah, because they'll TLT it.
They'll TLT it.
Yeah.
And just not be able to do enough damage to reinforced deflectors to ever.
That's why the optimal target first is Miranda. Get her gone. You've dealt with the regen. Dash is throwing out 4 dice as long as you don't tie them down.
Yeah.
Chances of reinforced deflectors proccing is very heavy there.
Yes.
Plus Miranda's one with bombs, so she is just she's numero uno target in my opinion.
Absolutely. David does need to just drop her off the board.
Wojtek mentions that Asteroid has been very much in Darren's favour. If he can get Kanan at range 3, the game is his. I agree.
Definitely.
Because the range 3 misses the ability of Kanan. Kanan doesn't get his extra dice either. The dorsal turret can't attack at that range.
These are all secondary weapons, so he's just still not going to get any green dice.
Yeah, and if he's at range 3, then Lebo's nowhere near him, meaning he's not forcing a bump.
Yes.
And Lebo has to be forcing bumps.
Yeah, definitely.
I do think that a TLT on Kanan might have been the stronger option for David here. Like, ditch the reinforced deflectors, maybe throw a collision detector on there instead. And get yourself that range 2 to 3 firepower, because then that means neither of Darren's ships particularly want to close into range 1. Range 1 isn't great for Miranda, and it's really, really bad for Dash.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you want to be able to exchange firepower with them at a similar kind of range.
Yeah.
So we're just having an issue with our timer for a second here. I'm going to try and fix it. More technical issues, don't we all love them?
And that's 2 focus items onto...
Excuse me.
There we go. So 2 focus on Kanan. The recon spec, I think, is pretty much glued to Kanan because of his ability. Of course, if you've got Cassian... Oh, no, it's Jin. If Jin is much more better if you can guarantee the enemy ships in arc. But with the Ghost arc, that's quite a hefty arc.
2
of them as well.
2 arcs are, so you've got 180 degree effectively front and between your front and back.
So there is
on a big base.
Yeah, there is the Ant-Man Ghost and the Captain America YT2500 versus the lovely red with racing stripes Miranda Doney and Dash Rendar. And this is going to be very interesting to watch back, because a lot of people, when they see a 2400, they expect Dash, and in this case, they're right one of the times. But Lebo's not one you see often, but he did come into favour when it was Rasta who won Nationals with him, and suddenly everyone was using him.
So 2 forward and then a 2 turn round.
Oh yes, I can see some bombs going out next turn.
Now the problem Lebo's going to have here, Darren's list is not throwing out crits.
Yeah.
And Lebo's ability
is really
pick your crit.
This is also why I think that very rapid 4 forward would have been a good option here, because he'd have got an opening shot onto
Miranda with the primary as well.
Or forced her not to slam.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is you might be taking bombs to the face, but you're a Ghost. If you can take Miranda for a couple of hits with bombs, I would certainly take that exchange.
Yeah.
Plus, Miranda's running. He needs to start getting Lebo moving.
Yeah.
You know, Lebo is still in the corner, and Dash is nearly in the engagement area, so he needs to get those shits moving.
Yeah.
It can be very tempting for players to sometimes dawdle at the start and just see where the enemy is going, but sometimes it benefits you to take the initiative and go for it.
Charge straight in, especially if your opponent's maybe not expecting it, and I think Darren wasn't.
No, I don't think Darren would, because David's known for a slow start. The problem is you have to gauge your opponent and see if what you think they would do, and it requires knowing your opponent, so it's not really easy at tournaments. I mean, what do you think, Robin, about that?
I think Hyperwave Comm Scanner Dormits is the answer to this problem.
Oh, why am I not surprised that answer came through?
No, I'm inclined to agree. Like, there are certain lists that really benefit from you slow rolling forwards and getting an idea of what your opponent's positioning is going to be, or even potentially like castling yourself up in a corner.
He's turning away.
That is a thing I didn't expect. I mean, I don't think Darren would expect either. However, it does mean that Kanan is going away from the engagement zone.
So that was the one turn, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it was, which is a red manoeuvre.
I think that early stress is going to be an issue.
I agree, because now the Ghost is facing the wrong direction. The only way you can clear that is with a 2 bank, which is quite long, and then you have to somehow get around, because look where Dash is going right now, and I'm terribly surprised if we might see a barrel roll to try and get at him, because although they'll end up on the debris field, he can still...
He's checking for a target lock.
Doesn't have range by the look of that.
No.
Well, but that's just a nice sneaky way of checking whether he does.
It's close, whatever it is.
So if we see the lock go down...
The lock is going down.
Yeah, he has the range.
And now, unfortunately, Kanan's going to be taking hits that he can't respond to because the Dorsa turret is range 1 to 2.
It is.
No focus tokens, not that he'd be able to use them anyway.
No.
That is...
Well, there's defense on dice should you roll that or one defense
he doesn't.
dice. Which you don't get it because heavy laser cannon. Yeah, true,
It's
you're
a
right.
weapon.
You're right. And Moran's just going to plod around the board, drop making things
I
difficult.
honestly, what I was expecting David to do here was barrel roll Lebo in after that move, so he could actually be in range to do something.
He's too hesitant to get Lebo in, get him into the fight, you know. And here comes the
Here's the
tactical
first bomb,
proximity, which is going to be a problem if Lebo keeps going the way he does. He should have turned in, as you say, or at least barrel rolled.
Barrel roll turned in, barrel roll. They have hard. Oh, I'm trying to remember the dial on this. They have hard turn white, don't they? Red ones.
The 2400.
It's a good dial on the 2400.
Turn on a dime, almost quite literally. However, right now it is in Darren's favour. And here's the first attack of the game between Dash Rendar and Kanan Jarrus. 4 lovely regional dice, I believe that's what it is. Is that regional dice?
Yeah. Those are the glitter dice.
Glitter dice. And
that's a lot.
Focus.
And then presumably Lone Wolf.
Lone Wolf, there's Lone Wolf. There's also the target lock in there.
There's the target. He can check range for Lone Wolf, which he's nope. He's too close.
He's too close.
So that's the target lock.
He's got the focus, so he really wants to. And
there we go. 4.
And so that's 4 shields straight off the ghost, which will turn into 3 because
of the reinforced deflectors. Yes.
Yes, that's a total of 4, which goes up to 3 because of reinforced deflectors. And that's the instance where it did pay off to have that, and that's why Dash is the best one to leave last. But also why at this point you really should have shields taken on Miranda if you wanted to start doing anything, because she's quite untouched, and already David's down.
Which alt art card is that?
Which one was this Phantom Bob?
I'm just wondering. No, I'm curious about the alt art.
One of the many alt arts that are the fan alt arts, of course, that are made in this game.
And that's Miranda's out of range.
Miranda's out of range. Well, I think that was clear. Miranda's kind of probably keep out of engagement a lot of this game because she doesn't want to get anyone close to those 2 ships because they can.
And that's focus piling up on Ray.
Yeah.
On David's Ray. They both have a Ray.
Yeah. I just think that right now it's starting to head towards the scales are tipping towards Darren here.
If there was a TLT on the Ghost, he would at least have been able to get some exchange of fire back.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the only thing I can potentially think here is that David is obviously, if he should win the Tankard, not just building to defeat Darren, but to defend the title going forwards as well. So some of his list building decision may be to try and make his list a bit more kind of like all comers rather than just purely focused around how do I burn Darren's list off.
Well, I don't think it has been made specifically against Darren because I've seen this version of his list before. So I think this is just a traditional list that just so happens to do quite well in terms of upgrades, at least against Darren's list.
The
Lone Wolf is fair on Lebo. Lebo's usually people focus on the Ghost first, so makes sense. You have Dorsal
which makes
Turret.
Lebo quite a nice late game ship.
You have Dorsal Turret, which makes it a good 2 dice / 3 dice at range 1 ship. You got
if you can't get them into range, if you can't get them into the arc.
Of course, I think he took a damage on the Ghost because he got focused, didn't he, in the last round, which he must have done Chopper to get that.
Right.
So is that a damage?
I didn't think he had any focus tokens.
He didn't, not last turn.
I thought he put it on one on Ray. Oh no, that's on.
That's on Lebo.
That's Lebo. Yeah. There we go. There's the one hard. That's the right maneuver.
Yes.
I think it's a bit too little, too late, but
possibly
he can zoom in next turn. Which thankfully with the barrel roll he's got a choice of avenues to go up next.
And that's
round.
1 forward from the Ghost.
I'd have gone for the 2 bank, I think there.
Yeah.
Like, move yourself in a little bit behind Lebo.
Yeah.
Force people to have to engage with Lebo as well.
It gives you distance, which at this point he needs. It means that he's going against behind Lebo. And his dash going over obstacle he doesn't care because
it's
dash Rendar.
Absolutely.
Dash Rendar's ability, which you now have to declare, which I've always thought was weird.
Yeah, it's a little odd.
I think the reason that they've made that is so that you can choose not to use it before you attempt a barrel roll.
if you want to see where...
If you want to not land on the rock.
Okay.
So if
You won't take damage, but
you'll
you do lose your shot.
If you know that your boost or barrel roll would put you onto an obstacle that would deny you a shot, you can choose not to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, he's currently, I think, on that rock, which obviously he doesn't care about for damage, but he might... but it does deny shots.
Excuse me.
Now... I don't think he can get off that rock. Actually, no, he
He
can.
can barrel roll.
He can barrel roll. He can easily get off that rock. What I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because he really wants to get his attack this round. The asteroid's just a bit too close for that move there.
It's not just that he wants to get his attack, he wants to deny Lebo his.
Yeah.
That too, yes.
And I think that's why Darren's being a little bit hesitant here. He's trying to judge that range 3.
I personally think he's going to be out of range if he goes there. I don't think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be fair out of range. I mean, that to me is clear out of range.
No, I don't think there's range there.
And it's not like he's got to worry about the asteroid next turn. So.
It can be hard to tell things. We can't actually see the base of the ghost under the ghost because that thing is enormous.
Yeah, he probably just has range on the ghost, which again denies Kanan his shot.
That would, I think, at this point be obstructed.
Ooh, yes, it would be. And there's Miranda, who's still on the other side of the board. And I'm fearful that David is now choosing to go after the wrong target, which is Dash.
Yeah.
Because although Dash is a hardy target, for especially last...
And that's a slam from Miranda.
You can argue Miranda's worse as a target to leave for last.
She can regen.
Yep, she can regen. Dash cannot.
No.
The issue is catching Dash.
So, if David can turn it into Miranda versus Lebo,
yeah,
that's not necessarily terrible, because Lebo's damage output is heavy enough to potentially really, really make Miranda sweat.
Yes.
But he needs to take down Dash.
She can only regen 1 shield a turn, and she does so by weakening her attack.
And Darren's getting another unanswered shot here. He's getting that range 3 HLC shot. Lone Wolf is clearly going to be in effect.
Oh, absolutely.
Lone Wolf's a reroll, and that's focus result, so nothing really there, but there's still 3 hits there.
And that's
a focus result.
That is a focus on the evade dice.
Yep, which he
spends
spending.
that. Made no difference either way.
Made no difference, because he would have got one back.
So, but either way, it comes to the same result.
Yeah.
But no, this is very, very much in Darren's favour at this point.
Yeah.
Very much. I think David should have gone for a faster approach. Tried to force some damage.
To some extent, spacing his ships out didn't play in his favour, because it's stopped him from concentrating his firepower at all.
Yeah.
And I think there is a very real risk that Kanan just isn't going to get a shot again this turn.
Yeah.
I also completely agree.
Yeah.
There's no reason for Darren to move into range 1 to 2.
With the amount of hot shields that have already been taken off Kanan, I actually wonder whether we're going to see an attack from Kanan in this game, actually. It depends, because, as you say, with the barrel rolls, you can control quite a lot of distance with a large ship.
You can.
The only problem is the fact... The only outlier, I should say, is probably Lebo. Because you don't want Lebo attacking you either.
No.
So, ideally, David actually wants to just go forward...
With Lebo.
And then keep distance as much as he can.
Yeah.
So that if he's shooting at Kanan, he has to be shot by Lebo. And this is the right mover, I think. A 2-turn, which is white.
Yes.
So not stressing the ghost, which is what he needs. Right behind Lebo. So Lebo is now going to come up and start defending.
Yeah.
And of course, if either of the 2400s engage each other, they can... if one engages one, the other can also engage.
Yes.
Yeah. Because they both have the exact same ability. The difference
Mm-hmm.
is...
They have... almost the same loadout.
Yeah.
The only difference being that Lebo has anti-pursuit lasers.
Yeah.
And
which,
Dash
again,
doesn't.
Not making use of that. Which is why he's probably going to turn in 1 next turn. However, Darren's going to see it coming. I actually... Yeah, there we go. Darren is trying to keep as far away from Lebo as he can. And now he's got the option to barrel roll further away if he wanted to. Actually, would he fit? He would fit.
Yeah.
But...
I think a barrel roll
not without
from
denying
Dash,
a shot onto Kanan, and he wants to keep hitting Kanan.
That's what I think.
He's better off.
He's in a strong enough position as well that he can afford to take an HLC shot without really worrying too much about it this turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree. But we'll see. 'Cause, I mean, if he barrel rolls closer, it means that the HLC is gonna. It could potentially even shove 4 damage through, which is not what Dash would want.
No, but he can deal with 1.
Yeah, he deal with 1. It's then what comes after it.
Well, there's always that.
Yeah.
But anyway, at this point, Dash has got Lone Wolf. Lebo doesn't, in effect at least.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, that is very true. Now, what would you do next round? Because I'd actually burn the ghost forward and maybe hard one Miranda right towards the proximity mine. Yes, you're taking a prox mine, but Miranda's in a very tasty position.
She is.
I'm not sure you're even taking a proximity mine from there, because
Yeah, I actually think
the only hesitation I'd have is that a hard one turn from a large base effectively pivots you on one corner and then ever so slightly back, and I'm not convinced.
And that he's not got a shot on the ghost, so that looks like it's going to be.
David's been given a reprieve. Now the question
that's going to help him a lot.
Actually, no, it can't be because he's rolling dice. So it must be very close.
Well, he's shooting. He's going for Lebo.
Lebo, of course,
because that's a valid
one
target.
hit.
One hit. Okay.
Nothing.
Nothing. That's a shield.
Oh, Lebo takes a shield.
But it's just
that
the
is
one.
a little bit unlucky there.
That is very
A
unlucky.
little, but it's still just the one.
Yeah, it could be a lot worse. Let's see if Lebo's response can be much better.
And that.
I'm not sure about starting to switch targets here. I think you pick one.
Well, I think he's not using targets.
this is
Oh,
Darren.
yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah.
This is Darren
this
shooting
Darren,
with
this is
Miranda.
Darren. Okay, fine.
Which technically should have been before Dash, but oh well.
Oh well,
It
it happens every now and then. We all get.
No,
mixed
she
up.
slammed. So it is,
She did
it
slam.
is David taking a look at where he's putting his HLC, and I'm not sure Miranda's the right target for this.
Hit, focus. Heavy laser cannon. So
The crit goes.
the crit goes to a hit.
And he's too close for Lone Wolf to kick in.
Yeah.
And Miranda takes. Oh, is that? I think that's a blank.
Yeah, so three shields off, I think.
No, that's. Yeah, that's 3 shields away.
All right, this is a prime opportunity for him to start going in and start pounding Miranda, but he needs to act now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think at this point, what he wants to do, Lebo.
3 bang.
Then
again,
maybe a 3 bang.
Darren might see this and try and push Miranda into range 1.
Maybe.
And with the slam, he can do that. The best thing,
The ghost.
the ghost is another option though.
Now, either a 2 hard turn or a 3 bank up to try if he's trying to go after Miranda, which is the right target.
I would, if I was Darren, I would 2 hard towards the top of the board, and then 2 straight slam. Use the advanced slam to take focus and get yourself a range 3 obstructed shot if you're getting shot at all.
I will. If I was David,
admittedly the range 3 doesn't help against the HLC. But
David,
True.
I would probably do a 3 hard into the proximity mine, barrel roll beyond that if you can. Can you barrel roll if you go over a thing? Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't take up your action.
Barrel roll, and that should catch up Miranda. The trick is the ghost. Really, the ghost wants to burn it out of there.
Yeah.
Which is actually where we might see the.
I think from the ghost to 3 bank might not be a bad
I
thing.
think that's a good call.
would you 5k the ghost?
He's probably thinking about that.
Because you could
consideration.
5k the ghost and 2 turn in Lebo and just force Dash into a bit more of a box at that point.
The big problem David has with his ghost right now is that it is just pointing the
It's just
wrong
pointing
way.
the wrong way. And I'll be honest, I'm not sure if it can catch Miranda, but it could catch Dash. And a K-10 probably wouldn't be expected.
And ideally
K-10
he
would
wants
be a reasonable
to
move.
pounce on Miranda at this point and really start laying into her.
Yeah.
Strip the shields away, get into the hole, make her really sweat, and have to start forcing those regen rolls.
Ideally, though, you want to get both your ships in there because then there's more damage going at her than she's dishing out.
Absolutely.
And I don't think
that's what you need to do.
I don't think there's a realistic way that Kanan is going to be getting shot on Miranda this time.
No, he's too far away.
So if he wants to switch to Dash, now's the best chance. I still think probably gunning for Miranda is better.
Finish off Miranda. She's the better late game ship.
She's taken a significant amount of damage.
Yeah.
Although Lone Wolf Dash is not to be underestimated
No.
in the game. Because you can keep yourself at range 3 and Lone Wolf then always procs.
Yeah. They're not. Neither of them is a bad ship to have in the end game.
Okay, David's turning in. It looks like he might have just missed the asteroid. Now, if Dash is smart, he's going to keep close to it. Yes, he has. Very nicely done.
I think that might. I think that may have been Darren's psychological trick working there.
The actual proximity mine.
The proximity mine. Yeah, absolutely.
It all depends where Miranda goes.
And then, is this going to be the 5k?
Okay. That's
it is.
5k.
Okay.
It looks like he's. It looks like he might be going after Dash then at this point.
I don't necessarily think that's the wrong call. Like it is spreading your damage out a bit, but David's had very little chance.
Is he going to
Dash
use
is
Chopper?
Yeah,
He
Dash,
does have Chopper.
Dash is flying into a corner.
I don't. Yeah.
He
I probably wouldn't Chopper at this point.
No, Dash is too
your
far
health-
away.
Your health is too precious a resource, and as you say, Dash is not going to be getting shot this turn.
And yeah, he's going slow.
And I would then be tempted to just barrel roll Dash across into range 1 and don't take a shot.
Yeah.
I'd be very tempted to that as well. Because if he stays where he is, he's in a worse predicament than he is in the next round. Because he knows that the ghost is going to close in. Lebo's there.
Lebo's right there. Can turn in quite easily.
Yeah, Miranda with 3 shields down is not necessarily any indication that Miranda is about to die.
No,
not
she gets those
necessarily,
back quite.
I mean, like I said, I'm agreeing with Max here. There's no really best option here. But it needs to. Yeah, there we go.
The right move.
The right maneuver.
Definitely the right move from Darren.
Yeah.
It also blocks off quite a lot of moves for Lebo.
Yeah.
Especially that particular maneuver right there. Let's have a look and see what that thing can do. Because it's been a while since I've actually flown a YT-2500. Because I think the K-turn is 3 on that.
4, I believe.
That's a bit too big then, unfortunately. There's too much space there.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very strong dial. It is. It is, particularly if you have Kane and Jarrus on board as crew, the single best dial in the game.
Better than the YT-1300, I think is a lot of people say.
Yeah, because it's got the 3 turns that the YT doesn't.
You're correct, it is a 4K. Unfortunately, they're actually... it'd be close. But even with the back... It'd be the back corner that would do you.
Yeah.
From Dash.
Yeah.
So Miranda's breaking away very reasonably. She doesn't need to engage for the time being.
Not at all. She can quite happily just sit over there.
We're not going to see any shots this turn?
There's actually
I don't believe so. They're too close to each other, and Kane's too far away.
That's actually quite good for David and Darren. Miranda's out of the trouble, but it also means she can't regen because there's no shots.
Yeah.
So ideally, David wants to keep on pounding Dash while keeping his ships away from Miranda.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Lebo has been banking focus on Ray, which means he can afford a bump.
He can afford a bump. And a bump probably would be expected, but would definitely mess up Dash's day.
So Dash...
Now, if he could also force a bump, like manage to get in front of Dash and force Dash to bump him, then he does have...
There are several options here. Either Dash could go right into the corner, but then he is getting cornered. But then David might be turning in and not expect it. Or he could go around the back of the ghost and then barrel away. However, the ghost would have to then turn to get shot.
Yes.
And the problem is, because David has to commit to his maneuver, it does mean Darren can adapt.
Yes.
So I would anticipate a 2 bank in towards the top of the board from the ghost. Clear your stress with that 2-speed manoeuvre.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get your primary arc into a position where it can really come into play.
Vortex called it, the slam. But don't slam. Get himself out of that predicament.
Oh, it might well be. Yeah. It is there for a reason.
I would be... Where's the line on that? I would probably do a 1 bank with Lebo at this point. Force the bump, close down some of Dash's options.
Yeah.
And admittedly, what Dash is then going to do is just going to go straight forwards across that rock.
Yeah.
And then probably advance slam into the front of the ghost.
And get away.
I think ideally you've got to make him make a choice between getting the HLC from Lebo or a primary from the ghost.
Yeah.
Neither are good options, but you need to force it so that he has to pick one. He can't have an option to pick. He's going to take nothing.
Yeah. Because then that gives David a turn to put some damage into Dash without taking it back.
2 back from the ghost would actually block off some of Dash's options as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if Darren wanted to be very blasé, he could literally just try and collide with the ghost.
He could.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah. With slam, you can just pile yourself into the front of the ghost and not take any damage. And then you can just go past the ghost next turn because you're clear.
Yeah. The problem with slamming, if you're going to slam into the ghost, it's fine, but he has to do the right maneuver for that. And if he goes past the ghost, he's then risking the HLC from Lebo.
Yes.
So
yes.
he has to be very careful with the moves he
And if
picks.
he's gone past the ghost without bumping it, then it does also have shots on him without him getting return fire.
Yeah, because dorsal.
Because Daw's on top of it. So that'll be another 3 dice attack into dash.
This is a very interesting situation. I can't wait to see what the result is. And I can't help but notice that our timer is frozen again.
So it has.
Oh well, technology.
Yes.
Right. They're having a discussion here. I actually know because Darren's yet to put down the dial for dash. He really is have difficulty deciding here.
It is a tricky situation for him, I think.
Dash here is going to be very punishing.
Yeah.
Dash shouldn't end up taking more than one shot because either he'll go into the ghost or he'll
or Lebo.
Or he'll stay at range 1 of Lebo.
Yeah.
He really wants to avoid colliding with Lebo if he feasibly can.
He's made a decision.
Yeah. The dial is
double
now
checking
down.
Miranda. But yeah, this is a
2 bank in.
pivotal. Yep,
He's
there's
got
the
the
2
2
bank.
bank.
That's the white move.
It's
from the
not
ghost.
difficult to call that one, I think, and
No.
that does leave a very distinct risk that Darren is going to call that and get clear of the arc. But I don't think David had any other option there.
Yeah.
No, I think that's just the right move for the ghost to do.
It has unfortunately shut down possibly K-turn options if he needs to next turn. But
Potentially.
it all depends where the other ships move.
One man can bump, take the focus off Ray.
No, he's attempting.
He was attempting the 4.
Is
Ooh.
that a 4 forwards or a 4K?
That's a 4K. I'd say he's trying for a 4K. Has he done it? If he's done it, it's not particularly terrible, but it's not brilliant either.
He can. I mean, he can get the focus off of Ray.
He's in.
He's in.
He's in.
He's K-turned. Okay.
The stress isn't terrible again, though, because he can... excuse me. And get the mobs.
He can one.
And Dash is kind of in a pincer here.
He is.
I really expect to see the advanced slam come in now. Yeah.
Ooh, especially with that positioning as well.
Because then
That's a bad place for Dash to be.
Yeah, very bad place. Smack bang in the butter zone for both ships, in the primary arc of the Ghost, and also within heavy laser cannon range.
Yeah.
So a three bank slam towards Miranda.
I'm thinking that's what we're going to see. Yeah,
there's the
advanced slam.
Absolutely.
It is, however, going to give David space to maneuver the Ghost and Lebo to catch Dash. Because I believe a 2 hard turn from the Ghost will fit in that gap there.
I think it will.
Nicely played by Darren there.
And if
Very nicely done.
And if I were David, I would go for the 2 hard turn there.
But now he's out of tricks. He's out of tricks.
I think, however, that Lebo is probably out of range of Dash.
I believe, I think they're all out of range.
Yeah.
I think they're all out of range of whatever. But no, 2 hard from the Ghost right to get him to slot between the asteroid there.
Dash is going to want to try to get rid of his stress.
Yep.
Which is probably just going to end up in a 1 bank away from to avoid the rockers at the same time.
Yeah. That's the thing, because David might look at it and think, if I go straight, I can do it, because he's got a better look than we have, and
he does.
I don't know. I'd be concerned as well. Don't forget that there is Miranda coming down. She looks like she's going to start blocking off some exits. Yeah, I can see it possibly a cluster mine next turn.
Yeah. And that's looking at...
Oh,
does it?
Oh,
it might just click.
But it's...
no, in arc, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Close, no cigar.
And then presumably no shot from Lebo.
Very, very close, though, by David. He nearly had Darren right there. Hello there, Resurrect. Another morning owner of multiple jump masters here. Oh dear. Yes,
it's fine. There are still things you can do with the jump master.
Yeah.
3 of them. Rigged cargo chute on all of them. Trick shot on all of them. And then Sunny Bounder with linked batteries.
Fun.
If you're just joining us, Resurrect, you missed a great game earlier. It was a Phantom and a TIE Fighter versus 4 Wookiees. That was I played that game. That was, if I do say so myself, it was very entertaining.
I am looking forward to watching
an
that
excellent match.
And of course, this is turning into a good one with Darren just escaping the net that David had been drawn for him.
Yes.
But let's see if David...
But you can't do that again. That was a one-use get-out-of-jail-free card.
Yeah, it's a one and done, unfortunately.
That's why I was a little bit uncertain about that K-turn as well, because I think if he'd done the 1 bank, he might have blocked Dash's manoeuvre.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vortex willing to pay the price for Biggs, which is fair. Okay, he's risked the 2 forward. He might have.
That's going to be so snug. I think that's going to be overlapping.
Oh, I think he's. I don't know because he's got a good eye for the asteroids, but we shall see. Oh, he's picked something up, so I think it's not clipped.
Is he all right?
He's thinking of actions. He's going for focus.
Yeah.
Because he could have tried to barrel roll maybe, but
yeah, I think that wouldn't have worked. Too hard.
Absolutely the right move from the ghost.
Yep, and leaves it quite open for a bank next turn as well. Should Miranda not block him off?
Yeah, and it will obviously focus.
Mm-hmm.
He forgot to take them off last turn, but that's fine.
Ooh, that actually is. He's going to want to barrel away, I think, because the ghost will still have range, I believe. It's also like the ghosts in an awkward position.
No, he's focusing.
Yeah.
Basically, that damage exchange should go firmly in his favour because he will do 3 to 4 points of damage to the ghost, and he will likely take 1 or 2 in return.
Yeah.
Resurrect's roommate is painting some ties in celebration. Let's not get too cocky here. You know, it's the days of the swarm are still numbered thanks to harpoons.
Yes.
But we shall see. I mean, it'd be nice to see tie swarms return. I was surprised when my phantoms worked against the Wookiees actually, and although in a tournament they would get wrecked by high pilot skull bases.
Yeah.
So I think one of the things that's keeping the tie swarm out of the meta is not necessarily so much the meta environment being really hostile to them. It's just the fact that they are the most taxing list you can play.
Yeah.
Like a 7 tie swarm over the course of an extended day.
It does take a lot out of you.
Most of your games are going to go to time.
Yeah.
Most of your games are going to bleed MOV.
Yeah.
In a way that your opponent
And you
will
have
not
to
necessarily be doing.
And you have to keep track of 6-7 ships.
Yeah, and
every
trying
game.
to set 6 or 7 dials every single game is just going to be punishingly exhausting.
Absolutely.
Kankisin makes a point. Yay, no scum. And actually, we've had no scum at all this night. Actually,
That's true. That's
we've had an Imperialist and 3 Rebel lists, which is nice. I mean,
I think Rebels are very much the ascendant faction at the moment. Like,
yes,
with the exception of Biggs, they got out of that FAQ very lightly.
Which, when it comes to Biggs, I'm not too bothered.
That's
Yeah.
an obstructed into Kanan
Straight into Kanan.
with the TLT from Miranda.
Well, Kanan gets a dice, which that's different.
Yeah, it's unusual. Is it
with
going to help?
the focus tokens, it helps.
Yeah.
Though that's a point of damage because there's more than one
Yeah.
result there.
So that's just a shield off of Kanan. I think is that his last for the time being.
Yep, that is his last. Yeah, the cards he's using. David.
And then there we go, the regen kicking in.
Yeah.
David has some custom alt art cards because he's got a Captain America Lebo and a Ant-Man Ghost or Kanan. So
And presumably he's going to spend the focus there. Why would you not? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Or avoid points of damage.
Vortex saying, so I want to arrest this girl for space loitering. Alright, so here we go. Range 3 shot. Oh! Ouch.
That's a dash into Kanan.
Yep. Kanan's going to take it.
Yeah, because
He has no choice but.
Can't reduce the number of dice.
Nope.
And
But
that's
he
gonna
is
be
going to
4
regain a
damage
shield.
cards.
He is going to regain a shield, though. For what it's worth. And... oh, no, it is just hits. Okay.
It's an HLC.
Yeah, of course, no crits.
Yeah. And reinforced deflectors to get a shield back.
So yeah, we have...
Mitigate the damage he's taking.
yeah, we have... not as much as you'd like.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have Captain America, Lebo, and Ant-Man, Kanan against Racing, Stripes, Miranda, and Dasher, I guess.
Yeah, and now it's going to be David Shots. I'd go Miranda with both of them. Just try and pummel the damage in.
I would check to see if Lebo's got a shot or not because I'm not convinced there's range there.
Oh, he is going.
So who is that shot coming from though?
That's coming from...
Yeah.
Oh, with 1 as well. With 4 hits. Ouch. That's 2 shields removed from Miranda, so she did regen 1, of course.
Yeah. And that's a crit.
That's a crit. Ooh.
What's that?
That's
Major explosion.
Major explosion.
Into another crit, possibly?
Looks like maybe.
This could be heavily damaging for Miranda. This could be the move that David wants.
Yeah.
Another crit. Stunned pilot, is that?
Yes.
Something.
I think that's stun pilot, so bumps to damage.
Ooh. Well, she doesn't really mind about that. Still, that's Miranda down to 2 hull.
Yes.
If he wants to kill Miranda, the best chance is to go for her next. But then you've got Dash, and Dash is probably then going to kill Kanan. You either need to kill Miranda next round or start putting damage on Dash. Because
Kill Miranda. Just,
Kill Miranda.
just at this point, you've hammered enough damage into
If you
her.
can keep Miranda at arm's length, if she runs, then yes, I would then probably go for dash. But if she's within range, go for Miranda.
Yeah. And that's, going back to the dials.
Okay, so, yeah. Any list, just a question for the chat, any lists that you've always thought about but have actually played? Or any ships you've wanted to play but you've not played for a while? Like, I took the Phantoms out tonight, it's been a while since I've flown those. And because they're not really in the meta right about now. But, what about you, champs? Any ships you guys not flown for a while?
I mean, I did the same thing earlier. I put a list on the board with a Phantom and an Interceptor because I haven't. Neither of those have been down for quite some time.
And of course, you flew an Upsilon, which you've never flown before.
Lieutenant Dormitz.
Yes.
Quad jumpers are the next thing that I'm
Quad
try doing
jumpers,
something
yeah.
with though.
Okay.
Because I've got 2 of them, and I think they have some mileage. I've thrown them on the board a couple of times, but I've not really had much opportunity to do things with them.
I do still want to try to get a U-wing to do things.
I've tried that.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, it's not really worked
It's
well for me.
Yeah.
Heftober,
I want them to.
I think is my go-to.
Heftober
U-wing.
is solid, yeah.
I think there is some like strength there. I think, to be honest, the real thing the U-wing could have done was the title being after executing manoeuvre. Before executing a manoeuvre, you can choose to flip.
Yeah.
Because then you wouldn't be flagging what you're planning on doing.
Yeah.
And it would also give you much more reactive possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just before you reveal your die, you may flip this card.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that would make a surprising amount of difference.
Resurrect says, I've been trying to make a 6 to 7 Scum 0 to 5 Swarm work, but it's real hard.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I love the idea.
Yeah, it's a fun concept. Whether it's how well that's going to work is
another question.
Yeah.
Right, so what is the options for our players right here? I think the Ghost Marines do a 2 bank and just ignore the fact there's a proximity mine there, because Dash is either going to go and turn to the corner, or he's going to try and turn around and barrel roll.
4 with
4 with crews, 3
with red tracers.
Yeah, it's solid.
Yeah.
Like, tracers, particularly multiple sets of tracers, make a real difference.
Yeah.
And the cruise missiles mean that you can do a very staggered approach and still potentially get your ordnance away.
That's what Wojtek's been using, at least. But apparently that's what Resurrect's been using. So, yeah, solid.
I can see it.
I'm concerned that a forward by Lebo would be damaging for an asteroid here.
Yeah. I think it would.
Any manoeuvre, bar a bank away from an asteroid, is going to be
potentially.
Darren's made David fall for it and just ignore the proximity mine, and I can see what's going to happen. Dash is going to turn and barrel out of arc, and probably set range 3 to avoid the
shot.
Yeah.
So,
and Miranda's going to be going the other way.
Possibly a little controversially, I would have gone for a 4 forward with Lebo there. Just clear that proximity and mine out the way, except the fact that it's going to be a painful turn.
Lebo's only taking 1
damage.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah,
that's
fine.
Very nice bit of flying.
Positioning
there. Very nice.
It's a shame he couldn't get
target
more forward
on
momentum
Miranda.
because he's not going to be getting shot on Miranda this turn.
No, but he could next time.
Yeah, maybe.
And there's exactly where I thought Dash was going to end up. He's still in arc, but of course with the barrel roll, he can end up wherever he wants.
He will still get
into range 1.
He can't barrel roll to the other side. He's too close to the edge of the board. I don't think he can fit.
Not necessarily a bad thing, but I think he's just going to have to accept the fact he's getting shot.
I don't think he can barrel roll to the right. I think he's too close to the board edge, and to the left he'd get no shot.
Yep, so he's just sticking where he is, which actually leaves the Ghost in a great position to actually just go forward next turn, suck the damage, and surprise Miranda, I'm here.
If it lives.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so you're not killing Kanan this turn.
He can start actually using his ability. That's in range.
Yeah.
So he can start actually being Kanan at them.
Yeah.
And drop the attack dice coming at him.
The important thing is, if David can attack Miranda with the Ghost, I'd go with Miranda.
Yeah, try and drop off the board.
Yeah.
Because she's going
to regain a shield if she can attack you anyway.
Yeah.
So, stun pilot. So he can. That's flipped down. So Miranda doesn't get an attack. That I think is the opening.
So
that
she'll
David
still
needed.
get an attack. It's just that.
Oh, right, it was stun pilot, so she wasn't doing a straight manoeuvre.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was. Cool. Shaken pilot.
David
rather.
could really have done that 3-turn clearing past those.
Miranda with
Rock Throb,
TLT.
having to do the one.
All right, Miranda with TLT into dash.
Into Da.
And that means
Into Kanan.
Into Kanan. So she's gonna get a shield back.
Not on the first shot though, apparently.
Not on the first shot, no. So we'll see if
That's that's the last shield gone, and there it goes. There it goes.
one hit. That's might not do much to poor old. Actually, no, it will do.
It will do a point of damage because that's
Yeah.
a secondary weapon. So the shields are gone again.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to update the damage because we are off on Kanan by 1. So, ding ding.
And then the shield is down. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, 5 hull left.
Now,
Is too far. Yep, Lone
far.
Wolf will happen.
now,
Range 2, so Kanan's ability will trigger for finally.
oh, does he want to keep it for?
He has a focus
He
himself.
does have
Got a
one.
second
He has
focus that he's not.
because that's
Hit.
2.
Lone
Reroll. Yep, Lone Wolf reroll into
Focus.
1.
He's got to focus, spend it.
Yep.
Convert to that. That's 3 hits.
That's,
on Reaper.
that's 3, which will
Yeah.
be enough for reinforced deflectors to get him a shield back.
Which is better than a kick in the
The
teeth. in my
deflectors
opinion.
have done a bit more this game than I was anticipating.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. However, he mustn't be suckered in by an attack on dash. He has to shoot Miranda.
He has to finish her off.
Yeah.
She only
Yeah.
has 3 hull. It's doable.
If you lose,
He'll need to get a bit lucky, but if
He'll-
he can
yeah.
do it, yes, good call.
yeah, do it. Do it.
Yeah, just get rid of her. She
Yeah.
is your big problem.
I don't think that Lebo is going to win against Dash.
I don't think so either. I think it's too little, too late.
Range 3.
Sorry.
Oh,
And that's a
blank
Bang!
hit.
Oh, that's not good.
No,
That's
he
not
needed
good at all.
And with double evades, well, that oh no, not double
No
evades,
shield,
but
just the shield.
just the shield, and that's
That's
not what,
basically
yeah,
nothing.
That's nothing. If Lebo was in range, then brilliant, but he's not. And that's the problem. Lebo, for a ship with anti-pursuit lasers that should be forcing bumps, has been behind
Yeah.
at the back of any kind of engagement the entire
Yeah.
game.
It was all on that opening move. David just went too slow.
Yeah,
If he'd forced engagement early, Miranda would be dead by now.
yeah.
And I think Kanan is going to have to take those proximity mines. I don't think there's an option there.
Well, it's true, but he might not even
he can
survive
go
the next
fast.
attack. Because he's so low on pilot skill, he might not even get another attack this game.
Yeah.
That was his one and only shot.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, yeah.
Well, the real risk is if he clips that proximity mine, which I think he's going to. I don't think there's a manoeuvre he can really realistically execute and not do it without hitting the rock.
yeah.
That's 3 dice of damage he's taking.
That's 3 dice of damage and Sabine.
Oh yeah, and Sabine.
yeah.
Yeah, he might just he might die before the shots. then.
Again, Lebo will have to fly into that proxy if he wants to even get in close to Miranda. And he might even get an attack out of that.
Yeah.
But he can't let Miranda get away.
No.
And he needs to converge both ships on Miranda.
He
Otherwise,
has the target
yeah.
lock, so what he can do if he turns in, takes the mine because he has to, and then if he barrel rolls down, so if he moves after Kanan,
Yeah.
he barrel rolls down, then he can try and make sure he gets a shot on Miranda, finish her off. But then Lebo loses to Dash.
Kanan could die to the prox mine.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is quite comfortably with Darren right now. Really, I wish to
Like
give.
if David had been able to take Miranda off the board with that shot from Lebo,
Yeah.
that wouldn't necessarily give him much, but it would put him in a hugely stronger position.
I mean, oh naughty boy, David! I just realised he's using scum dial cummings. That's something that bugs me a little bit. But I'm not gonna comment on that. But yeah, I think it's very easy for us to kind of, in hindsight, say, "Oh, we should have done this," but we do have quite a good vision here.
Now
And that's
interesting.
he's
That is
taking the mine
overlapping,
because he
But I
has
am
to.
now wondering if a 4 straight would have cleared that.
Just the one.
Just the one, which
Okay, and
yeah.
then a second from Sabine. Yeah,
So he's alive, which means he's going to be soaking one shot, basically.
yeah.
which probably means he's going to die.
He's going to die, but it's going to be a shot that's not pointing at.
And it might actually be
Lebo.
because especially if he can block Miranda, although I don't think it's going to happen. I do think that a 4-4 would have been probably a bit better. But then again, it does limit Miranda's options. So,
Yeah.
Which gives Lebo
that's
a
a bump.
chance. Yeah, it's a bump. Which he was going over the mines, but still he would have got his action if he didn't have bumped And it could be and if he had got those 2 focuses, that could be what saves him.
Possibly.
So I'm not saying it will, but it's possible. Because if he's in range 1 of Miranda's got TLT.
Which won't work at range 1.
Exactly.
So
she does still have her primary turret.
Her primary turret. That is true. However, they can also be neutered down to much more greater effect than TLT can.
True. Especially if she decides to
no,
use
David has fallen for the I'm not going to take any damage from mines and gone away. He's disengaged. Bad call. I mean, I agree. You probably don't want to go into mines, but if it's going to get you an attack...
Lebo has only taken 1 shield and Sabine's already triggered this turn.
Yeah.
Take it, accept it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's the Sabine effect as well. And
now Dash barrel rolls
away.
So that he can...
probably gets out to range 3.
Yep.
Any range is good enough. He needs to put 1 damage onto Kanan and it is done.
And it'd be interesting to see where Sabine ends up, because then... not Sabine, Miranda ends up. Then we could see whether Lebo would have ended up with an attack should he end up where the prox mine is. And there goes the barrel roll as called.
Yep.
Into range 3.
Might just still be at range 2, but it doesn't.
It's irrelevant at this point.
Yeah, it's not going to affect too much.
It's not range 1, so he's got the shot.
And now Miranda, just do it too hard.
Yeah, now if Lebo had swept up to the mine...
He'd be able to shoot Miranda.
Miranda would die this turn.
Take her off the board.
Yeah. Then again, if Miranda... If through the grace of God, if there is one, say Kanan survives this, not that he probably is, against the extraordinarily long odds.
So if all of Darren's dice blank out...
Yeah. There is a small chance that Miranda could still die.
It's
but
not
highly unlikely. Especially with no mods on Kanan's side. Even though that's not what I'm more concerned about at this point. It's possible, but it's extraordinarily unlikely.
Yeah.
David made the wrong call by turning...
Lebo away.
Yeah, especially since
Wrong move, yeah.
Darren might not have wanted to do the 2-bank slam, because they wouldn't get an attack, and he'd be smack bang in the Ghost Primary.
Yeah.
Should he fluff, then...
Which is possible.
It's possible.
I mean, he's got 4 dice and 4 dice of reroll on a focus token.
So it's unlikely, but I've seen 4 blanks before.
It's not impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what dice are like.
Yes. Yes.
Regen your shield.
Yep.
2 dice primary.
2 dice primary from Miranda.
And
which will... That'll do it. There we go. Done.
Dead. Kanan is now dead.
Yep.
And Miranda is the one that did the killing.
Yep.
And unfortunately, in exchange for that, Miranda survives and is probably going to survive the rest of the game, because there's no way Darren's going to let David catch her.
No, not at all.
Dash is going to come in and start picking off Lebo.
Yeah, at this point, the best David can reasonably hope for is to half Dash.
Yeah.
Because Dash can't get a shot without being shot back.
Yeah.
And that's the best he can do.
That is the best you can do. I mean, if he does get a shot at Miranda and he take it, maybe you kill her, and get some points. Not that it really matters, but...
in a tournament setting, it's what you do.
Yes, what you would do in a tournament setting. No, it's not looking not at all looking good for David.
No.
This, however, is a good illustration of no half points on small ships.
Yes. There's been a lot of talk about that, hasn't there?
Yeah.
The question is, the problem is Miranda. Like, how would you do that? Because she can regen. It's very easy for her to get those points back.
It's very easy for Miranda to regen a shield or 2 at a time.
That's true. I'll grant that.
But
getting her back up to full shields is a more challenging prospect.
I think that the more fragile you are, the less the half point rule becomes valuable. So I think there has to be a cut-off at some point.
If instead of being the distinction being large ship, small ship, if it's
the combined number between hull and shield is what I
hit
should
points,
say.
yeah. If it's based around, if you have this many hit points, then you count for, and then the half points counts.
Yeah.
Rather than distinguishing between the size of the base.
I completely agree.
So 9.
Yeah.
9 sounds like good, because that includes Wookiees, Nim, or Scourge say.
Excludes U-wings and things of that nature.
Yeah,
U-wings drop down.
Yeah.
But U-wings are large ship anyway.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. You remove the large
U-wing
ship
from it. Yeah.
You remove the large ship and just say 9 hit point.
Yeah,
Or more.
it removes
9 hit
robots
points
as
on
well.
one,
Robots of 8, so
Yeah.
yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that'd be great. I think it'd be great. I mean, maybe it wouldn't work. I mean, that's the thing. It requires experimentation.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think it's a thing that you could do.
Yeah. Oh, God, look at all this focus on Ray, which pretty much have gone unused the entire game.
Yeah.
I mean, kudos, he's got them, but
He's got them, but that
they're
basically
not being spent. You know,
because Lebo's just not been in the fight.
yeah,
And that's-
Lebo's had maybe 2 shots this game.
Yeah.
he's not used anti-pursuit lasers,
No.
which at all. Which that is points, not a lot of points, mind you, but you know,
It's
it's.
potential damage.
I mean, you could very easily use that against Miranda.
So I think Lebo's at an awkward pilot skill level to be using anti-pursuit lasers on him as well.
He's a bit...
because
Yeah.
he's a little bit too high to block a lot of generics.
But he's too low. Well, being low is not really difficult, but he's too low in terms of he's not ace level pilot skills, so he can't really attack that high. So
Yeah.
he can very easily get PS killed. Why should Defender Sunter not give half points, stealing half that? Yeah. He's got a good point about that.
That's actually-
Sunter, yeah.
No,
This is
okay,
why I'm
okay.
broadly in favour of just half points for everything.
Fair enough.
If you do your 1.5 damage, because that means if you take your Suntifel down to 1 hit point,
Yeah.
you still get the half points, and getting 2 hull off Suntier is non-trivial.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just it starts to get awkward when you're having to count, you know, what would it be, 4 points on for a TIE fighter and things like that. Well, 8 points. Or something.
6.
6 points for a TIE fighter and things
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, I can see the logic in it.
No, yeah. It's not a...
But like I said, I'm
It's
not
not an unfair point.
I'm not running. I'm not running.
David
the game, so.
really should don't focus. Barrel roll yourself into that section in the asteroid.
He's too focused.
And
He's too focused on focusing.
Yeah.
And now there's the blind spot. And if he barrel rolled, he would be there'd be no blind spot.
Well,
but again, Dash is probably going to.
it does depend somewhat on what
Dash is
Miranda
the
does
same.
as well, because he might keep himself at an open enough range to get a shot at Miranda, which is what he really needs to be doing.
Now, really,
Yeah.
what David wants is he's going to hope.
Ah, okay.
Oh, that's a tempting thing. Because now
Yes.
if David had barrel
But
rolls,
a 3 bank slam would put you into range 1 again, I think. Like
But he's
an
gonna
asteroid.
focus.
no.
Okay.
He's going to roll the damage
Miranda's
and the
range
regen.
3, shoot
Okay.
Miranda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that means that he's in with a decent chance of not taking enough damage to die from Miranda.
Yeah.
Now, Miranda's going to be on 4 hit points after this, because she's going to regen a shield.
Yep.
So 2.
To evades.
Evades, so
Very
That's good.
that's very nice. And yep, now he's taking the shield back. And that's blanks.
Okay, no damage.
So Miranda does no damage.
Shoot her and hopefully do something.
Like, he needs to go all out on
Focus, hit. If he didn't have a focus token, that would have been a great roll. He may be debating whether he wants to spend it for defense, but he's got a full health dash
Yeah,
render.
He does have a full health dash.
Spend it.
Spend it.
Spend it. Do it.
That's
you know?
what, there he goes. Yeah.
There we go.
It's the right call.
Yeah, look at that. Blank.
Lone Wolf, still blank.
That's the shield's gone off Lever.
Yeah.
In one foul swoop. And that's why you shouldn't be too hesitant to spend a focus when you're pretty much untouched.
Yep.
Now, I'm really hoping David... Yep, David's going for the right target again.
He has a target lock.
Good thing he's got that target lock.
He's had that a while. It's paying
Needs
off.
that.
Still not
It's
great.
not enough.
Not enough, but it could be enough to
3.
take something off. You could at least get both the shields and maybe even a hull. Well, with an evade
Count
dice...
on both, though.
Yeah. Spend the focus as well. Takes only the one shield off. That's not enough.
No.
That is not
Okay,
enough.
this is Darren's game. He
Yeah.
is going to 100-0 David at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he just can't do enough.
No. No, and it was all in. It was all in the opening.
Not pushing the ships forward.
Not pushing the ships forward, turning, just keeping Lebo out. He's kept Lebo out the fight.
He has kind of kept Lebo conservatively out of the fight.
Yeah.
Probably because he wants Lebo for late game and Kanan as the main thing to soak damage. But the problem is, if your ship's not
That's
in
not-
there, it's not doing damage.
I think the conservative opening was the real problem. What he
Yeah.
wanted to do was put both ships in a corner together,
Yeah.
move them forward together,
Yeah.
and burn them in as quickly as possible.
I mean, fair play. He's playing, he's playing his best, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
At which point, if he'd gone for a more aggressive opening, Miranda would be dead by now, and Dash would be damaged.
I mean, yeah, it's very easy for us to say all this as well.
Of course.
We're not
We're not
playing
there,
True.
you know.
That is true. It's a different thing.
You know, we kind of see how many of us pan out, and we have probably the superior view, really, with a top-down look. Like that.
That is true. So yeah, it is a different thing. Trying to block. Nah, Darren's going to see that coming. Yeah.
Darren's going to do a 3 hard turn or a 3 bank.
Yeah.
A block doesn't really help him that much anyway.
It stops an attack from dash.
This is true.
That's a bump.
Okay,
Nice.
so
Nicely done.
1 use of the anti-pursuit lasers. Very good job there, David. It does also mean dash is not moving much from anywhere. However, Miranda...
So the only thing I would say as well is it's probably a good job that Darren is not, say, about half a centimetre or so close to the board edge.
Yeah.
Because if he was...
He'd be off.
He'd be off, and then it would be then all bets are off.
And then the game... look at that.
Yeah.
There's not a huge amount of space there.
If a bit more, and suddenly the game would have switched over, and that's a crit on anti-pursuit lasers. There's a shield gone. The first shield taken off dash. Oh dear. But, it's all very easy for us to say this is right, this is wrong.
Yeah.
Miranda's probably going to do a 2 hard slam to get into the donut hole. Because she doesn't need to regen.
No.
Nor she needs to take the attack, and here it comes, yes.
Here you go. Going to the...
Yeah, because Darren doesn't lose anything by not attacking this turn.
Yeah.
That's true. He doesn't. He's already in a very strong position.
It does, however, mean it's going to be hard for him to keep within range 1 next turn. Depending where Lebo goes.
True.
Which, if I were David...
But it's also entirely possible that he could just drop Lebo next turn. 5 hit points.
That's true.
He's got
isn't advanced. He's advanced slamming now. Okay, so
that's so he can
take
so he can have the
target lock. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't attack, so you don't need the focus. You're not being attacked, so you don't need the focus either.
But he has the lock.
But he has the lock for the future round,
Yeah.
which is significant.
Yeah.
Now, what would have been really bad is if he actually bumped Lebo then as well, because more anti-pursuit lasers.
Lasers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have dropped Miranda down to no shields when she doesn't have the ability to.
It does make me wonder whether...
Get him back.
It does make me wonder what the best move for David is, because he moves first.
He does.
And a 2 hard is going to take off the board. Not clear dash. A 3 hard would take off the board.
I'd 1 hard turn into dash and not go anywhere.
Yeah, I'd stay...
He has a final focus from Ray.
Yep, Yep. It means that Miranda's going to have a tough time outrunning you.
Yep. Dash might just bump into you again.
Dash might
which would
bump
be
into
lovely.
Well, that's the thing. You could potentially force a collision with both ships if you just stay stationary.
Yeah.
Which is the...
Darren probably won't collide with both ships, but I think that 1 hard turn and just stay where you are gives you the best positioning this turn. And it should hopefully make it quite difficult for Dash to shoot you this turn as well.
I completely agree.
Yeah, especially if Darren doesn't see it coming and bumps again.
I'll resurrect. It took me a minute to put the list together, but I heard someone say something about wanting a list that uses 2 quad jumpers. I've played a lot of cheese comps with 2 quads, can post a squad builder link. Sure,
Go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah, we'll have a look.
We'll have a look. In fact, I'll pull up the chat in hyperlink form. Actually, there it is. There we go.
There we go.
So I can look at that. Right. So Dar's been placed down again. Dash is having a hard choice. Where's he going to go? John Deere.
Tractors everywhere.
Lancer with Sergeant Ventress on it, squad leader.
Yep.
That's Razzie, Shadowcaster, Jakku Gunrunner, Ketsu Onyu, Pattern Analyzer, Cloaking Device, Space Star Tractor Array, Operations Specialist, Pattern Analyzer, Space Star Tractor Array, and Light-Sick. Those are nice.
I like what's going on here. This has got some fun.
This looks entertaining.
Especially the fact that we have squad leader on Asajj.
Yes.
So with the evade, you can grant actions to them, which means they don't have to give up their action to do Space Tractor Away and then do something else. That's really good.
Yeah, that's potentially a pretty fun build.
Yeah.
The Operations Specialist is quite nice with the number of 2 attack dice ships you've got going on as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because that means you can quite happily distribute some mods around.
Yes. It's relatively fun. You can get rid of Sunny for more utility on the other 3. Barrel rolls everywhere. Yeah.
And to be honest, I'm sold on Sunny Bounder. I think Sunny Bounder is the best 12 points you can spend in the game.
I think you're probably right.
Best 12 points?
12 points in the game.
12 points, yeah.
12 points, Sunny Bounder and Light-Sick. You've got a Pilot Skill 1 M3A Interceptor with a
with 2
fun
dice.
ability.
Yeah.
Though, I strongly feel that once the gunboat is out, that a 20-point Sunny Bounder build...
Oh no,
the turn away I don't think was the right call.
No.
And he's going to struggle to stay on the board next turn.
Yeah, he's not staying on the board next turn. Oh,
no, he's
no,
not.
okay. That is probably a bit more... Actually, I don't know about that.
There's enough space.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sunnybounder,
Cinebaum's great.
Heavy Psych,
Yeah.
Linked Batteries, and then Pulse Ray Shields.
Sure.
Just shenanigans.
We all like shenanigans.
You can't go wrong with them.
I just don't think the barrel was that bad of a move. And actually, no, it wasn't.
Oh, there we
It's
go.
caused
That's
another
quite
collision
good.
with Dash.
That's another bump with
Yeah.
Dash. That's exact.
If only he was bumping Dash just that little bit closer to the board.
I
edge.
know. Another anti-pursuit laser
More
prop.
anti-pursuits. And
That's a crit again.
yeah, that's more damage.
Another shield. Well, he's slowly doing stuff to Dash, and if he can keep
Go
this
on,
up,
half point Dash with your
Go on.
anti-pursuit lasers.
Go on.
Oh.
And the thing is, if he wanted to stay range 1 behind Lebo, he might have done a 1 or 2 full. Ooh, there's a bank, I think.
Yeah. So
That's
that's
avoided.
fine.
Oh, well.
You stay where you are. You take a primary turret shot
Yeah.
into Lebo.
Into
and
Lebo,
just,
and-
you know,
yeah.
if you do any damage,
You've
cool.
got the
If not,
type
then you've
lock,
got a
your
shield back.
focus.
It is wonderful. I just wish you could put on more stuff. Anti-pursuit lasers. I wish it was more applicable. I love putting
Yeah.
it on Hef with
Yeah.
Boshek, because that's fun.
Yeah,
But yeah.
And enhanced scopes.
Enhanced
Moving parts
scopes.
got 0.
Enhanced scopes, Boshek.
Boshek.
In fact, if I want to be, I can either put Jin on there if I want to give focus, or
Yeah.
if I want to be really not, I can put Zeb on there so I can still attack you
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, it's really.
Oh, he's burnt a shield instead, I think. with
Oh.
that.
Gone for the damage. Yeah.
Double evade. Well, you can't fault. You can't fault
fault.
that at all.
2 damage onto Lebo, though.
But it might give David an opening he needs to do some damage for next round. I mean.
Yeah. If he can manage to hurt Miranda, then great.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it's very obvious what Lebo's going to do this turn.
One
Hard one.
He's going to
Up
hard
the board.
one. He may not have much in the way of barrel roll options.
No.
I would barrel roll actually, because then he might actually bump Miranda.
Yeah.
And that might finish her off.
Well, she's still got 2 left, even after she spent the shield.
True, but it will do some damage, and more damage that's going through is
Good.
is good.
If
I
he can
guess it
just
stops you
bump
from
his way to
getting hit as
victory.
well, yeah.
Yeah, it also stops you from getting hit
Yeah.
by her. We've still only got where it's Dash, but if Dash can attack you, then you can attack Dash, assuming you survive.
True.
The interesting thing is, like, he's made a lot of progress in this game. He's put a lot of damage
He
out there.
has, yeah.
If he'd been, like, if he'd just managed to focus his firepower a little more, David
Yeah.
might actually have had this game.
Yeah.
I agree. I think David had the capacity to get this game, however, he was too conservative, too slow.
Yeah.
Whereas Darren was screaming in, which you can do with Dash, you're not going to get punished for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially with Miranda, because of course Slam.
I think as well, David would have benefited from trying to force the asteroids to spread out a bit more. So, like, put them 2 and 2 into Darren's corners.
Yeah.
Push as many of the obstacles over his side of the board as you can.
Yeah.
And take them out of the equation.
Yeah. Give them more manoeuvring ability, especially as the proximity mines are.
Yeah. Especially,
kicking about.
Yeah, especially since Dash's thing is I ignore obstacles.
Yeah.
You want to
and
make
I-
sure that you can't use that as much.
I think, given his choice of obstacles as well, he's played a little bit into Darren's hands.
By going big rocks.
Yeah, I think like small obstacles, given his like large bases with limited reposition, would probably play better into his list.
That's not a bad spot to be in.
No. Could catch Miranda.
I hope it catches Miranda. I think Darren is too smart to see that get fooled by that.
Now, if Miranda 3 banks in front, however, that gives her some strong options.
Yep, especially since she still has bombs.
Yeah,
She does. She does still have the
the
Proximity
bomblets.
the bomblets.
And the bomblet, yeah, of course.
Well, she's
She's
used her
dropped her
proximity
proximity
mines,
mines. She dropped both of them.
yeah.
but the
she does-
bomblets,
yeah.
if she can get in front and just start laying a trail of bomblets, that is going to force Lebo to have to break off.
Yeah.
I personally think she's going to go 3 forward or 3 bank, personally. I don't think Darren wants to keep her going small manoeuvres.
No.
I think he's programmed in quite fast manoeuvres.
To break away. He needs to break away from Lebo. Because
Turn.
Two turn, no, that does
the job.
I
Yeah,
think that should clear, probably.
yeah, that's going to
should.
clear. Oh, if only.
But he's not got any more shields to burn.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's the thing which I
But
just
Lebo's
like.
not getting a shot.
Lebo is not getting a
at all.
shot.
So you just punt 3 dice in.
Yeah.
Put 3 dice into Lebo and hope you kill him. There goes my issue with Miranda, is that because Slam is so useful for getting out of trouble, if you're in range 1 donut hole, that's why it's so difficult to catch her with a range 1 donut hole, because if you're in range 1 you can't shoot her. If you're at range 2 she can easily slam and get out of the way.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to catch her with an HLC.
And
That's 2
Use
hits.
the target lock. There we go.
That's 3. That's dead Lebo if Lebo rolls nothing all. There is 2 there. So Lebo only
he's
takes
taking the
1. I believe it gets to choose, gets a crit.
Yep.
Alright, that actually might play into David's favour.
If he can draw a pilot crit.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry.
No,
No,
yes, if he had determination, yeah.
He's not,
He's
doing
not
the
a determination Lebo.
Sorry, the only time I've played Lebo has been with determination.
Oh, it's a very viable build.
It is pick your crit and then
Damaged
get rid of
engine or blinded pilot.
Take blinded pilot.
Yeah.
Down. Like,
Take-
it doesn't do you
take
any
the pilot,
harm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can flip it down.
Yeah, flip it down.
Because it's your next opportunity to attack, even if you can't attack.
Yep. So, and he might even not survive that long, but you're right. If he does survive, he's not lost anything.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Dash isn't. Leo's in a really bad position for next round. He can't turn right because Miranda's in the way, and if he goes forward, Miranda's gonna be too far away from him.
You know, I think we might actually start seeing things with determination coming up more when the silence is out.
Yes,
Because it's a very nice anti-Kylo.
yes. It is worth mentioning as well. We've only got 3 minutes left on the clock here, so if
Lebo's going to have to do a lot of work to stay on the board.
yeah, I don't think it's going to last that long.
No.
I think the writing is on the wall for Lebo.
He's got 2 hull, and Dash has lost 2 shields. Miranda's still kicking about.
I still think Miranda was the best target early on because although Dash isn't easy, the fact that she can both can range control, so neither of them are good options. But you came so close to killing Miranda, yet so far. Okay,
That's a slow. Okay, that's fine.
He probably just going to try and barrel to get distance.
Yeah.
But then
No focus.
No focus.
Okay.
Well, Dash is going to hard turn in and
Barrel roll out of the way,
barrel out of the way.
and then take the shot. And
Miranda's presumably 2 turning away.
yeah, so that she can get the TLT
Hey,
shot.
she might even decide I'm going to drop a bomblet now, if you wanted to.
Yeah, because Dash doesn't care about that.
Not at this point. That's fine. He can take. He can take a
And a
bomblet.
bomblet probably kills Lebo.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, with Sabine there, 1 hit, Sabine done. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bomblet.
It would kill her because bomblet's automatic, isn't it?
It's 2 dice.
It's 2 dice.
2 dice.
He's not dropping it.
Well, he's revealing his dial,
He is revealing.
which means he's now probably going to go dig out that bomblet.
He's digging for his token. He hasn't dropped a bomblet yet this game, so he's hunting for his tokens.
It looks like he is looking for something, or he's debating something. He probably is wondering if he wants to.
Just do it, man. There's
There's the
looking-
one.
He was
doing
looking.
it.
He was looking for a 1 forward.
Oh, it's one.
Oh, okay. He's
Oh, he's
not
just
dropping
doing
the
a one
bomblet.
forward.
Okay.
Oh, okay. This puts him in an unfortunate position because he that's range that's range 2, and if he slams, he's not going to get away from that.
No.
It's not a problem though,
Ooh.
because Lebo is not going to.
He's not gonna survive
the
through a
shots
shot.
that are coming in.
True, I agree. Very unlikely he would. It'd be amazing if he did, and then took out Miranda.
I'd have gone for the bomblet.
I would have gone for the bomblet as well.
Yeah.
It's the obvious choice, but that's just me. Maybe you just didn't want to do it that way.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, he's got this game at this point. It's over.
Oh,
Just the one?
Just one. Well, Lebo could avoid that. Actually, that was
Oh, is that
focus.
just nothing?
He doesn't want to spend the focus in case.
And then he's taking the shield back. 1.
Evaded.
Fine. Okay, so Lebo survives the Miranda shots.
But will he survive the dash? I don't think he will.
He's going to be able to stop a maximum of 2, so that Lone Wolf needs to roll into another blank.
Yeah.
Assuming Lone
Oh,
Wolf is
it
in
might
range.
not. Lone Wolf might not work.
Lone Wolf, I think, will work.
Yeah,
'cause,
there we go.
Just.
Range 2.
Just.
Yeah, he's got it.
Reroll that, and if it rolls into a hit, it's game. Or
Or even
focus.
a
Or
focus.
focus. Anything. It's
There,
game.
Done.
There
Yeah.
we go.
So that's it. Evade, blank. Reroll
Lone
Lone Wolf, focus, spend the focus into 2 evades. So still take 2 die.
Yeah.
Unless I've gotten this wrong.
Which we have.
We have, okay. Then.
Okay.
He must have one
There's
left.
then he must have one left. Oh, what a time for your dice to blank out on you. 2 hits. Miranda with a dice.
Is that going to be time on the round?
That is time on the round. An evade. She takes 1. The shield which she just gained back. Talk about a kick in the teeth. You know.
Yeah,
That's that.
that's that.
Oh well. Well, that was a good game. It was a
So,
good game.
Darren keeps hold of the tankard
Darren
for
keeps
another.
hold of the tankard, which means I believe you're next in the booth for the challenge.
Yes, indeed.
So we'll get a new challenger picked out for the second contender, and Robin will prepare to try and take on.
I'll
Darren's
have a
list.
chat with Darren and see if he wants to gently adjust his list a little.
Oh, hello, David.
Hey, peeps.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh dear.
Please
That
take
was-
a seat.
That was a slogfest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We think that if
I
you would
might
have...
move just round to one side, so I'm not... My giant head is not just the only thing our viewers can see.
Let me move us to the booth, Cam.
Mm-hmm.
So we can see a bit more of us all.
Yeah.
That's up there.
Yeah, if you sort of move my stuff.
Far
sorry.
too old to be standing up.
Move these things out of the way.
And I can't navigate the table because
There we
there's a
go.
chair in the way. My tank is empty. You had several sips out of it during the game.
Our exceedingly professional setup here.
Of course. well, you know, I've got a limited budget to work on.
Well, we are in the Emperor's throne room, so
Yes, that's
It's
probably
true, it's
that's probably
true.
the most expensive thing in this room right now.
I realise where my head is. I'm covering out the Emperor.
Well, there we go. Oh, maybe the tankard actually. Yeah, good point. So yeah, we were thinking that maybe if you had blasted forward with your ships at the beginning of the game, you might have caught Darren off guard.
I was thinking about it. I really was.
No. Yeah.
I was hoping I was going to do that, hence why the proximity mine went there to block off his only line of escape.
Yeah, but then we were thinking if he just ignored the fact
And that's
that
also
Crossfire's
if that-
there.
And also, you think about it. If there's a big 4 dice shot that went into Miranda, think of where she would have died.
Yeah.
You think Miranda would have been there? PS for Miranda is such a vital
Yeah.
thing. It really is.
Yeah, no, I tried to learn my lessons from the game I played against Michael a few weeks back when we were practicing the UK team champs.
Mhm.
I know I could sort Miranda. It was just dash.
Yeah.
But
Very good use of the burnout slam to
Yeah.
get yourself out of that kill
Yeah.
box.
Yeah.
You got yourself out of that kill box. Good job on setting up that kill box as well.
it was just like that one turn where I pulled that 4K. It was just like, if I go right, I might get Mirandaed, take damage for the rock, have no action, have to rely on the focus bank from Ray.
Mhm.
Or if I don't make it, I'm bumped into Dash. And Dash is going away. There's no point in even trying to hope for the bump at that point.
Yeah, because that's cards that both can range control you.
Yeah. But I think really there was a few shots where the dice fell a bit lack on the attack dice on my side.
Yeah, I'll give you that. A couple of your Lebo shots on Miranda. Triple blanks.
the one at the
twice,
end.
I
Oh,
believe.
it was the first shot that Kanan got in the game where we were just like 4 dice into 1 hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a very valuable shield, I have you know.
very
We know
fast.
you kept taking it back.
So are the reinforced deflectors, I think you might find.
The big choice with Miranda as well is when to use the shields, when to take them off, when to put them on.
That 4 dice at the end basically sealed Lemo's fate.
It's all about getting that big shot and getting it at the right time.
And that was the right time.
Of course, quite a lucky shot as well, since they almost all hit. So
Yeah.
It's
two crits and a hit, wasn't it?
2 crits and a hit, and then obviously as you saw which crits I had there. Blinded pilot. Oh wait.
It's not attack anyway, so you might as well take it.
Yes, exactly. You know, it was just one of those matches where I knew I was up against an uphill battle. You know, but I went for it. You know, may notice when I pointed to the camera doing that 5K, I thought, thinking of Elliot.
We actually thought that you'd try the 4K, if the 5K in that. It was the best to kind of, if you wanted to switch to your targets, then was the best.
And
time
then if
to
you
do
think
it.
about it, the next time that 2 bank, and then that's where things set up.
And then of course you could easily turn into as well, so
Yeah.
you actually played a little bit into David's hand there, but you got yourself out of the situation.
The slam.
The slam is so.
There was a few situations where we were both looking at it, and it was like, you've either got yourself out. You actually said at one point in the game, that was a dash turn when I dropped over the top of the Lebo and said, "You've literally got me in between a rock and a hard place."
That was that exact point, yeah.
And but then it's dash. Dash just goes.
I ignore obstacles, so
Yeah.
who cares?
He ignores the stress of debris. He ignores any asteroid at all in general.
Yeah.
And
We knew PS would be a hard farm, and you were keeping Lebo back too much. You had to get him in
Yeah,
there.
I think the one thing we were all saying was keep your two ships together. Don't make it so that Darren can get an unanswered shot on Kanan, and that happened like a few times during the game.
yeah, no, that was one of the things when I realised
The main
where.
tactical list.
Yeah, no, when I realised where Darren was going, at that point it was like, well, that's too late. But, we've seen situations with me on the stream before with Lebo being the last thing left.
Yes.
And as you were very much aware earlier, I backed Lebo to the absolute hilt.
Yeah, I mean,
But unfortunately today he came up with a matchup he just couldn't win.
it is a very bad matchup.
I mean, I think a big problem that Lebo is having there is his ability is not going to do much. Once. But the thing is, you're against a TLT and an HLC, neither of which do crits.
Naturally do crits.
Do you think you would want to switch out to a TLT on Kanan to give you that range 3 firepower?
I'd then have to lose stuff elsewhere.
That's
and
true.
That's the issue.
Drop the reinforced deflectors.
I mean, you did
It kept
comment
him alive.
You did comment yourself that it did more than you thought this game.
It did do more than I thought.
Was it two or three shields?
It got you
back?
3 shields back over the course of the game, but
Because
it did mean that there
on
were
an average
3
game,
turns
though,
without.
would it do that?
That's the thing.
It is the fact that you were up against a 4 attack dice
Yes.
weapon.
But also,
Okay,
my
so
choice
that's
of
gonna
Kanan's
kill
ability. I have a 3 dice shot at range band 1.
It didn't.
I'm not going
yeah.
to spend my focus on Kanan. I'm going to use that for the range band 1 primary in return.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the best result I take is 2. Well, the same thing's going to happen here.
Yeah.
Unless maybe I'm on hull. That's probably the only time I'd consider taking the focus for Kanan against a 3 dice range band 1 shot.
The problem is you're always going to, with Kanan and no Phantom on board, you're always going to have problems getting that shot because people are just going to move away. They're going to see 4 dice coming at me. I'm not going to give it a chance, and they'll just move out of the way, disengage, come back in, disengage, come back in.
Yeah.
And if they draw you into the rocks, every ship in the game is more manoeuvrable.
On the topic of disengaging, how painful did you find the errata to advanced slam?
I just had to completely change the tactics.
Yeah.
Against those two, I probably wouldn't slam bomb and drop them directly on anyway. Basically, because there's so much hull.
Yeah.
Again, if it's against fighters, against one of your Alpha Strike lists,
Or this, for example.
yeah, it would have been a completely different kettle of fish.
Yeah. We were very surprised you didn't bomblet at the end, just like drop a bomblet on Dash and Debo and
I
blow them
completely
both up.
forgot I even had them.
Fair.
All the way through. I normally just leave them and hope my opponent forgets about them. This time I forgot about them.
Can I be honest? I forgot about it too. And the worst bit is, I put the list into the builder.
Right. So Robin is your next contender.
I'm on holiday next week, sorry.
Okay.
It's in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks? I'm on holiday 3 weeks.
When that becomes a month and a half, that might become an issue.
It's fine.
I
It's
know,
fine.
I-
The First Order will take victory by default.
I do believe there's a clause that says that the challenger refuses twice, then it will do forfeit.
I've never refused. The fact that you've beaten this list 3 times in a row has nothing to do with it.
The fact that I've beaten this list 3 times in a row means that it's your turn to win with it.
Okay, so we'll just call it a win for me then.
All in favour?
Okay, so congratulations, Darren, on retaining the tankard of victory.
Can I tell you what, though?
Yes?
Even though I lost that, I really enjoyed that.
I'm glad.
Because you could see there was the nattering that was going on in there, and we just had that...
Because you had a bit of reservations about tonight, didn't you, Dave?
Yeah, no, it was just like... The whole setting stuff up for tonight, it was just like... It really got to me during the week, and... It was just one of those things that just made me think, like... I honestly... Part of my mind was like, if I'd won it, I'd immediately want to give it back to you because of you saying about the advanced slam. About you being a gent doing that. That was always on my mind.
A game is a game, and that is exactly what it is.
I know.
Play it for fun.
I know.
If it's difficult, it's a better game. If you're laughing all the way through, it's a better game still. For challenge, it's a better game.
I'll tell you what, though, I wish that game went 2 hours because
we don't have time for that. But
if you do want to tweak your list, however, before our game, I am 100% okay with that because I would feel bad about you not having a chance to adapt to a new FAQ environment.
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I've said it on the stream.
Very sporting, sir.
I think the precedent has now been set that any list that comes in must adhere to the new FAQ. If it doesn't, it becomes a legality thing. Like, for example, missing
Dengar
torp upgrade.
All of my torpedoes have fallen off.
My torpedoes have fallen off. Then we'd have to come to a decision, which I think then would allow someone to respec that list. But that would be the only instance that would ever allow anything.
I can tell you what I would do with the list. Dash would end up with a stealth device.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is...
and pro rockets, because
3 dice.
God, 5.
5 dice. So yeah, because 3 agility, 5 range 1.
It's fantastic. And Miranda would pretty much lose all of her bombs, have C3PO.
Yeah.
And extra shield. And that combination, it turns it into just a basic shooty, which is a little bit difficult against fighters, but you've got the manoeuvrability, and it's very tanky. It can get its hits back, and Dash with a stealth device is
stealth device, lone wolf.
Stealth device, lone wolf. If you break your lone wolf, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
With Dash, you need to keep it every single turn of the game.
Yeah.
I don't think I lost it once in that game. Did I?
You lost it
once,
I think.
but
once or twice. At the end, we was like close.
But at turns, it didn't really matter.
No, I was trying not to get shot.
Yeah, exactly.
At that point. So if I got shot, it would have been game over.
Hey, but at least I used the bump at the end.
Yes.
I literally said to Darren just before that first bump. I said, well, as long as I can kill Miranda and bump you 5 times.
I thought that you'd fall for the. I knew I saw you fall for the first one. I didn't think you'd fall for the second one. I
was thinking, do I go 3 out of 3?
Out of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was more about Miranda getting the shot than Dash.
We were commenting that like half a centimetre further down for Dash, and those bumps would have been suddenly really worrying.
Because it
could have been off the board.
Yeah, if you would have come over, and I would have gone too far, then as I turned, the back end may have been off the board.
Yeah,
and I didn't want to take that risk. No. So I'd rather do a hard, just go straight into wherever you're going to be. It's a 50-50 chance on one hit. He's got 10 left.
Yeah,
I can take that. Let Miranda do the damage. So as you saw, Miranda, I knew you was going to go for the bump on Dash. So Miranda just turned away a little bit, just did enough just to get away
and just make sure she had a shot. Yeah. But you know, it was like one of those games that made me sort of have a little mini throwback to Europeans. Like that was basically the list I took to Europeans, and we know how the final ended up. Yeah, it was Alibo against Dash, and this time Dash won.
Not all of us can be George Filipina, fundamentally.
No, no, and like I said, I enjoyed every minute of that game, even though it was an uphill struggle at times.
It's always a pleasure to play games here. I never had a bad game at Athena ever.
Oh,
not against anybody.
Brilliant,
good stuff.
So that's what we like to hear. But no, that's actually going to be it for us tonight. But thank you all for joining us again. Thank you for retaining, and congratulations on your challenge. You did very well. Hopefully, better luck next time. And we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Well, I don't know who'll be in the booth.
Well, not necessarily so. The 11th of November.
Ah, yes, of course, the Hangar Bay event. So yes, on Saturday, the 11th of November, we have a Hangar Bay event going on. So if I just see if I can pull up the event, I've got to go onto the master screen. But there we go. So
Hangar Bay.
So if you're in the area, we got Flight Night every Wednesday night, which you can go to.
Oh, I need to actually put it on the table and check it works.
And there we go. Our Hangar Bay event on the 11th of November at 10:30 AM at Athena Games. So if you're in the Norwich area, be sure to come down and give us a game.
I hope to be there for that.
Yeah. You will need,
fingers crossed.
You will need 2 different factions for this event, unless you want to only bring one list and only fly that one faction. But that's the only list building restrictions that we have in place, bar the normal rules. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. I've been Elliot Baker, a voluntary commentator with, I've been joined by Max Bull, Robin Farndon, and of course our 2 gamers for the day, which is David Lincoln and reigning champion of the Tankard, Mr. Darren Chapman.
And also a big support for Mick as well in the first game as well.
Big props to Mick as well, who was in our first game. Congratulations for playing a great game. And we'll see you all next time.
Yes.
Catch
see
you
all
around.
then.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, folks.